Hey, Shagdog here, Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I didn't do my hair tonight. I took a shower earlier. It's a little puffy up here, but screw it. Folks, we are doing the Silver Bullet by Coors Light. This beer gets a 50 by Beer Advocate. It's American Light Lager, 4.2% ABV. And is brewed by Coors Brewing Company, also known as Molson-Coors. This should have been brewed in Golden, Colorado, I'm thinking. I think most of the Molson stuff's brewed in, Canada. Jammer's not here tonight. He is a workaholic. I'm a workaholic too. I've been working every day. I worked 6 days this past week. I think I took Saturday off. Even though Sunday I didn't do a full day, I only did like 4 or 5 hours. But look at that, folks. Very light color, but a little bit of a golden paleness to it. This beer, actually, Miller Lite, L-I-T-E, is supposedly the first light beer, but actually Coors made this originally, according to Wikipedia. Back in the 40s, Coors Brewing Company introduced a beer called Coors Light that was lighter in the body and calories. It was discontinued at the start of World War II. After Miller Lite was introduced in 1973, Coors Light was reintroduced in 1978. So, in fact, this is like the first light beer, right? With L-I-G-H-T in it. So I'm thinking, well, if they introduced it in the beginning of the 1940s, we would join World War II in 19. It says it was discontinued at the start of World War II, which I'm assuming because World War II started in 1939. We joined at the end of 1941, the invasion of Pearl Harbor, sneak attack. So, yeah. Interesting. Also known as the Silver Bullet. They're not as popular as they used to be. I don't even hardly see any commercials anymore for these guys. They had all the coaches doing commercials. They use real coach answers, and it'd be the guys in the crowd. Coach. Ask them stupid questions, and they actually use the real coach footage. Jim Mora. Jim Mora was probably one of the best ones. I can't remember who else they used, but all right, there it is. There's a really weird head spot over here. It's sticking right to the side of glass, and there it goes. It's gone now. Okay, give it a sniff. It's definitely a pale golden, not bad. Man, nice little golden color for a light beer, I guess. Definitely adjunct corn. Different than Miller Lite with the corn or any Miller product for that matter. It's more of a sweetness. Not like a cooked corn like Miller, but more of a sweet corn. Let's go ahead and taste it. Now, I can't believe this gets a 50. I'm Beer Advocate, and the really weird thing about that is Beer Advocate, it gets overall 50. But if you look at the average, there's been 1,389 reviews on Beer Advocate, and out of that, it averages 1.99 out of 5, which is not 50. 50, if you're going 1 out of 100, 50 would be 2.50. Unless they're doing something different. I don't know. Anyhow, Jammer, this used to be one of his favorite light beers. Not bad. For a light beer, you taste the adjunct, and it's not really great. It's mass produced, so what do you expect? I think it's pretty good, actually, for a light beer. I haven't had one in a while. Coors Light, not bad. The only thing about Coors products, mainly the Coors Banquet, but probably this one also, if I drink too many, is I get a nasty headache from Coors products. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's that Rocky Mountain water because it comes from a higher elevation. I have sinus and ear problems. A higher elevation H2O. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass right now. But I didn't comment on any videos, but I was supposed to go on our page today and reply to some comments, but I'll get there. Jammer couldn't make it tonight, though. What is today? I don't know. Wednesday? I think he's working, or he's off. Actually, I think he's off, but he probably has other plans. He can only do the beer review once every 2 weeks. He's kind of like I was back when I was, tied down to work and other things. Now I can do it. Man, my hair is so jacked up tonight. That's crazy. I can do beer reviews pretty much anytime I want. It's kind of rough, though, Monday through Friday because I work usually 8:30 in the morning lately till about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. So I'm really worn out by the time I get home. Tonight I got home. I didn't feel like cooking. Ordered a pizza. I had to do some laundry, and here it is, almost 9:30 Eastern time, and I'm just starting. And I have another beer too, which is a big one, so I don't know if I'm even going to get to that one. Definitely a drinkable beer. Does have the corny sweetness. Some, I'm not sure if that's a metallic taste or. Anyhow, it's a lawnmower beer, refreshing, tastes good enough to me on a hot day. It's a long day at work, real work, grinding. Sweating and stuff. I didn't really grind. I did do some actual heavy lifting at the first part of my job today. Started the day off great. But the rest of the day was just my regular, light deliveries. But I was sweating because it's so hot here in Florida. I think the high today was like 93, 94, and the heat index was like 105 or something. And so my AC in my car works, but it's an older car, so it doesn't blow real great. And there's only two little things in the center, one over here and one on the other end. So there's only 4 things. This little mini SUV, so it's not cooling off the whole car. It's not like the cold stays in there. Now if it was like in the low 80s, it's not too bad, but that high 80s, low 90s, and the heat index being really high. It's just sometimes I have to put my head by the vent, just try to cool off a little bit because I can feel it. It's cool, but it's not getting the car cool at all. The humidity, it's like really humid the past few days. Low 90s, heat index like 103, 104, 105. I don't know how they figure out the heat index, but I'm sure somebody can explain it to me. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and grade this. For what it is, it's a light lager. Not bad. It's really low on Beer Advocate. I think a lot of younger people don't drink this kind of stuff anymore. It's probably go out of business. Like America's faltering. These young people are disconnected with our history, our traditions, everything. They got these craft beers. Each little area, state has their own craft beer. So whatever, that's what the younger generation likes. Oh, I like this because this is my town's beer. Even though they're that brewing company or brew pub or whatever has been around only 5-10 years. These beers have been around forever. Of course, have been mass producing forever. I think Coors Light. Was that Smoking in the Bandit or was it Coors Banquet? I can't remember which one was on. Might have been Ooh, excuse me. What? It could have been Coors Light. I don't know, but yeah, they couldn't take a law back then. It wasn't pasteurized, so you couldn't take unpasteurized beer across state line or something like that. So that's what the movie Smokey and the Bandit's about. It's taking some Coors from Texas to Georgia or something like that. But I'm going to give it, for what it is, a C plus. C plus and a swallow and a quarter. It's really easy to drink. It might be because I worked all day. I might only give it a regular swallow, but it's very drinkable, very refreshing. We probably should come out with a scoring system like I did one time. I did a scoring system one time, and then we graded it like we normally do, just off the top of our head. And then we actually graded it on paper, like 1 through 5 for each category. And it actually almost came out to the same exact score on the regular grade score and the spit or swallow score. So that was interesting. But I lost that formula, so I'd have to make up a new one, see if it's as good or whatever. But not bad. My new shirt. I'm into fitness, beer in my belly, which sometimes I do have some problems fitting all that beer in the belly. That's why I'm working out right now. The next beer is not to my liking normally, and depending on whether it's fresh or not, it could be a little skunky. I'm hoping it's fresh, but I did get it from a convenience store, so it might have been sitting in that damn glass door, getting all that ultraviolet lights and everything. So it's probably going to be skunky, most likely. If they had a can, I probably would have bought the can. At least that would have been fresher. So it's a green bottle. We'll see how that goes. Any other news? I saw in the news tonight, California, not only do some of these states want to abolish police, not defund, they said abolish, and they also want to abolish prisons. Basically, it's a human warehouse, they say, and it's not doing anything. Well, yeah, it's keeping criminals locked up so they're not breaking into your house and raping your daughters or stealing your shit and killing you. That's what prison's for. I don't understand these liberals. What do you think they're going to do with convicted felons it's not the system's fault they're breaking the law. It's their parents, their friends, their social circles, or drugs, one or the other. So they get out, they keep breaking the fucking law. There's plenty of jobs out there. If you get out of prison, whether you get a job at Burger King, I know some places are going to hire ex-cons just because they're in there for whatever. Some places will, but even if you don't get a great job, you can start off at Burger King, McDonald's, work hard, work your way up to be assistant manager, wherever, or just prove yourself there for a couple of years and move on to I was in prison. I worked at McDonald's now for 10 years. I'm ready to move on to bigger, better things. I can't advance because they won't hire me or promote me as a supervisor because I'm a con, or something. Most convicts get out and they're back in within a year. I don't know. I know the recidivism rate is pretty high in most states, actually. It's pretty high. And and some of them even have family and friends that help them when they get out. So you got people, you're leaning on people and you still can't stay out of prison. That means that's on you. That's not on society. Especially the ones that got people helping them. Family, friends, got women. Basically, they use these women. They get out, they use the women to have someone to live with and get a house, but they're still out wheeling and dealing. So we will never abolish prisons as long as there's criminals in this country. And there's always going to be criminals because people are just really bad. And some people are really bad, So good luck with that one. If you abolish prisons, this country is in a mess right now. The way these these young people are thinking. Not all young people are like that, but what they're showing on TV, all these people are rioting and protesting. They're all whacked in the head. What do you think? Everything's easy in life? This is the way life is. You got to have prisons. People before you have come and gone and tried it your way. It doesn't work. That's why there's prisons. That's why there's laws. That's why there's police. Even back in the old days when you had towns, the biggest town might have been New York, when they had, say, 50,000 people. Had to have cops. You get too many people, you get problems. You get 10 people, you have problems. Let alone 50,000, 100,000, a million, 6 million. Fucking retards. People are always going to disagree on everything. I don't care who you are. But that's just the way it is. So there's another good one too. Don't break the law and go to prison. If you're in high school now, you're thinking about leaning with your gangster buddies or your little thug friends or whatever, little Antifa, little homies or whatever. Finish school. Most states, you only need a high school diploma. Some of them even just a GED, and you could become a correctional officer. You go work in the county or the state or even the federal prisons. Get paid good. Well, some of the places. A lot of them don't pay that well, actually, but halfway decent, better than Burger King. Of course, you have to put up with inmate shit, other staff shit. So I wouldn't recommend that, really, unless you're... I mean, some people, that's a job that's meant for, even police, that's a job. There's certain cops that don't belong there. I'm not going to berate them for being there. They're trying. They want that to be their career. But some careers, it takes a certain person. I mean, you could be the nicest guy in the world, but being a cop probably isn't for the nicest person. Or a correctional officer. You probably need to be a person that's firm. And these are three things actually where I used to work. They used to tell us. I don't know if they do it anymore, but firm, fair, and consistent. Always treat every inmate the same. Do the same thing every day in, day out. Be firm with them. When you tell them no, mean it. If you tell them you're going to get them an answer, mean it. Get back with them. If they have a question, you don't know it, get with your supervisor, whatever. Fair. Be fair. Treat all of them the same. Don't treat a different group or a different, whether it's skin tone, crime that they committed, whatever. Treat them all the same. I mean, I wasn't the best at all, but I tried to be those three things the best I could be. And when my good brother passed away, pause. Do the beer review. So when he passed away, he was there also. And when I went to his funeral, something from the inmates was there, which I was kind of upset, that the chaplain from the prison brought something from the inmates to my brother's funeral. But it was actually a kind gesture. It was some prayer thing. And then I don't know if the pastor from the prison told me. He's like, oh yeah, all the inmates said you. And I said, Lieutenant so-and-so and Officer so-and-so, the brothers are two of the best officers here, which you don't like hearing that because, and I didn't hear that often anyhow, but you don't like hearing that because when other officers, there's a thing, unspoken thing, like, well, it's not unspoken if it happens to you, but if an inmate likes you, or wow, that officer's fair, whether you're fair or they're trying to con you or something, one or the other, You're portrayed by other officers as an inmate lover. Oh, that guy's an inmate lover, which isn't the case all the time. There's some that are just really too nice to them, nice to all of them. They're called. We even had one that gave one a hug one day, so we called him Officer Hug-a-Thug. The guy was like leaving and getting out the next day, and especially hugging. Yeah, but he's like gave the guy a hug, and we're all like standing like, what the fuck did he just do? So he became known as Officer Hug-a-Thug. That was pretty funny, actually. But most of them just be firm, fair, consistent with. I don't treat them bad. There you go. Delicious beer. I needed it. I really did need it. No viewers, but that's okay. Gotta tell some of these people, if you end up watching this video though, subscribe, comment, like, and also click the little bell thing. Once you subscribe to us, you click that little bell thing. Every time we're live or we have a new video, you'll be notified. Simple as that. Yep. I think I have it fixed now because Jammer fan said he wasn't getting notifications. Well, I didn't set it up like that. And I didn't set it up for not suitable for children. I just, like, every time I did a video, I'd go back into it, not suitable for children or whatever. But he said he got some message. So I don't know. So I just went into the options and select, all videos not suitable for children. So hopefully Jammer fan is able to select that thing now. I selected with my own personal account, so hopefully it's working now. I think. Let me check with this one. Let's check with this YouTube account. YouTube. Try that. Okay. That's oh. I don't remember doing that one. All right, don't even see this video. Let's do this, then we'll go to the main channel. All right, yeah, I'm showing live there. Now I should be getting pretty sure I'm subscribed with this. Okay, I got to hit the bell. Personalize. Oh, yeah. Oh. You'll get okay, so I didn't click on it, but I just clicked on it, so I should get notified all the time. All right. Yeah, so go to our main page or whatever, click on that bell, put all, and then every time we're live or we upload a new video, if we ever record any, you'll get notified. Doing these 12-ounce curls, getting into fitness beer in my belly. I saw this shirt. I was like, yeah, I got to get that one. I wanted to find my old yellow shirt. It said beer F-U-C-K. Yeah. Which I like that one the best, but I don't know what the hell happened to that shirt. Either I grew out of it, got tore off me. I don't know. So anyhow, that profession I talked about earlier, I did that for 10 years. I left for like 2.5. And then a certain person talked me into going back to it. And I went back, which was my downfall at that point. That was November of 2015. I got back, or I applied in August. By the time I got back in there, it was December of 2015. And I left in October 2019. But going back, there was the beginning of my financial downfall between that, started with that place, because I pretty much had to pay to go back to that place. I won't go into the details, but really I had to pay to go back to work there. And that's when I started getting debt because anyhow, medical condition. I didn't have a medical condition, but I failed their physical. There's machines saying I had a heart attack, EKG. That's what they do now, I guess. I'm not sure if it's because of my age going back to work there or they do that with everybody since it's a stressful job. But the machine said I had one. So then I was like, God, I didn't have any insurance at the time. So I had to go to the ER because I couldn't go in a cardiologist or anybody. Nobody would take me without insurance. They wanted $7,000 deposit at a cardiologist. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. So I went to the ER. I didn't have chest pains, but I told them I had chest pains and did have some numbness in my arm, actually, but that was due to something else. But anyhow, so they did the EKG, did the stress test, heart, all the different things. I was all right, so I got hired. But because of that, they admitted me too because of some other things. And yeah, the bill was astronomical. I did a Good Samaritan thing, so they took some of the bill off, but I still owed thousands of dollars. So and it was like 10 different bills, doctor for this, lab work, this x-ray, this CAT scan, this, I had like 12 or 14 different bills. So I'm like, I'm not paying 14 different bills every month trying to keep track of all this shit. I'm like, if we get a loan, I'm going to pay it all off. So that's what I did. I got a loan, paid all those bills off, but now I'm paying a loan. Anyhow, the following month or 2 months, more shit happened to somebody else. So basically from there, my financial downfall began. I was just on a downhill slope that was December 2015, all the way to March 2018. Then I really took a hit in the head that month from somebody. So luckily I had people that cared for me that helped me out and took care of a lot of stuff by the end of that summer in August of 2018. That took me a little time to recover and catch up with a few other things. And now I'm on the upswing financially. Oh, and I left that place again in this past October 2019. That was the best thing I did. That was a stressful place. Every day I went in there, I dreaded it. I dreaded going in there. Hated it. And I'm happy now. I don't have any benefits that I had. That job had great benefits. But my sanity and less stress far outweigh those benefits by far. And I'm making a little less money. Don't have any benefits at all with the job I have now. It's a contract job, so self-employed contract. So I don't have any benefits or anything, but I'm probably making like $100 less a month or a week. $100 less a week, so $400 less a month, give or take a few. Maybe $400 or $500 less a month, but I'm all right with that. Stress-free, debt-free, living free. The only thing I have to really be concerned about is my tools for work, which is basically that requires constant maintenance, which requires money. But besides that, that's it. I've probably gone on too much about personal stuff. But I know somebody would ask. One person would ask, what was I talking about? So I just went through the whole thing. So you shouldn't have to ask me any questions. All right, Shagdog. I'm going to get back to the next beer I think I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get it down. It's a bigger beer than this one. It was like a 16-ounce can. Yeah, this next one's like, I don't know if it's 24-ounce or 32-ounce. I think it might be 24. All righty. Shagdog, Spinner Swallow Beer Review. We'll see you on the next one. Oh, boy. That was a rough one.